Does there need to be a further review into the appointment of Stephen Cartwright?
Well, Mr. Cartwright, from what I understand, and from all the 5 trade commissioners, applied for their roles in good faith. The fundamental issue here is not on any of the trade commissioners. It's not on any of the applicants. The fundamental issue here is the flawed recruitment process that has taken place. That's not their fault. That's not anyone's fault in relation to those people who have applied, and that's why today I say I acknowledge the distress that it's caused many people who are either currently in these roles, or currently in these roles, or who have applied for these roles.
So John Barilaro has done nothing wrong?
And did this review find that John Barilaro acted inappropriately in any way?
No, it doesn't. And Mr. Barilaro has applied for the job. As he has said in his evidence that he provided, he was not to know of the flawed process that has been in place. No one, no minister knew of the flawed process that was in place. But what we have to do is take responsibility for what has occurred and make the requisite changes to ensure this doesn't happen again.
Does this report vindicate John Barilaro? Does it clear John Barilaro?
No, it deals with the public service recruitment process and the flaws that have occurred in it. And it's very clear that mistakes have been made, not just at one point, but at various points along the recruitment process.
Did you have any discussions with John Barilaro about appointing Cartwright to the role? And just further to that, do you acknowledge that mistakes were made in the appointment of Stephen Cartwright?
Well, I don't have information to that point yet. Yes, John Barilaro was the Trade Minister at the time and would keep me updated in relation to applications or what have you, as did Mike Pratt. But that was not a process I was driving. I was not the Trade Minister. I was the Treasurer of New South Wales.
He talked to you about appointing Stephen Cartwright to that role, and therefore did he talk to you about the fact that there had been a preferred candidate before Stephen?
I don't recollect that in relation to discussions on a preferred candidate. That wasn't an issue for me. It wasn't my area of responsibility. But from time to time, in my role as Treasurer on a range of matters, people would provide me with an update, whether that's a minister who was who was being serviced out of Treasury, or the Treasury Secretary. Now, my understanding of the first 2 processes that occurred, both the Agent General and the Trade Commissioner role for Japan, that I would receive advice from time to time and updates from time to time, most predominantly from the Treasury Secretary who was running that process.